may have packed a bit heavy on this trip.
But it is winter, we're going to go for comfort. So we need to get this up there. That's the plan. Phew. Blowing out of my a-hole already. May have packed a little bit heavy, but we're out for a couple of nights, so yeah, let's find somewhere to camp and get set up. This is quite an interesting little feature over here. I think this woodland used to belong to an Outward Bounds place from London, apparently. Used to have kids here learning bushcraft and things. So I think a lot of... So I think this is sort of like a... I mean, it looks pretty old. It's supposed to be like an art installation, I think. But I think got some age to it. That's for sure. Sort of fireplace. It's alright to camp in here, wouldn't it? But no, I'm going to go a bit higher, I think. What's in this one? Yeah, same again. A triffid. I don't know what the significance of them being in a bowl is. It's almost like it's supposed to look like copper, that, isn't it? Is it copper? I think it is copper. But it is copper. Alright, so how long does it take copper to go that colour? Probably not that long, actually. Yeah, anyone know what they are? I'm assuming it's just like an art installation. I'd hate to think what they used to do with that. Anyway, let's press on. Nope, we're not going to go that way. Hey. Well, there doesn't seem to be any fresh tracks in the snow, so fingers crossed no one's been up here today and we get it to ourselves. So that'll be sweet, so let's press on. I was going to press on to another spot, but I'm sort of tempted by this, to be honest with you. Somewhere to sit off. I've got a nice little camp up there, and there's a cabin up there as well. But there's no firewood. It's a absolute ball ache getting firewood there, because people have just been coming for years and just burning every little bit of dead wood. So, yeah, tempting. Very tempting. Yeah, I think this is a goer. I've not camped at this spot before. We've only got about 2 hours left of daylight, so there's a lot to do. Processing firewood and stuff, but there's plenty here. Water's right there. Look at the sun there. Take a look at that. Perfecto. Hey. We are out for 2 nights, although I might need to replenish tomorrow. And then floral and fruity and Welsh. Who knew the Welsh made whiskey? And good whiskey. Fruity. Right, that's going away. How dangerous that is. That's the way. This is really slippy, this one. Aha. Because we're forecasting rain about 5 o'clock. Drizzle, 40% chance, so I'd rather have something up so I can sit here and enjoy the evening. Right, something resembling waterproofness. Any wind tonight is going to be coming from behind us. There is a little bit of drizzle, forecast about 40%. But I think with the fire and this little barrier, I think we're going to be good. A tidy camp is a happy camp. So we've got our tinder ready here, ready to take a spark, and this is a tip that I learned from watching an episode of Ray Mears. Basically, you just get a lighter and an Asda bag from the Asda. And hey presto. That is one bag. I've brought everything, but I'm not planning on doing crazy miles, so I don't mind it for the comfort. Right, shit, lights on, shouldn't be on, so that's a pain in the arse, so that's going on. This is great, this telescopic light. So you don't really get the benefit of it now, but later on when it's dark, amazing. And there was a remote control for it. I've lost it already. Second outing, it's already gone. Torch as well. And there's literally just a torch on a stick in it. for about 40 quid off Amazon. Yeah, beauty. You'll see it later in action. Right, starters mattress, Trekology Aloft 140. Second one of these I've had. Had about 10 outings in the last one, and then developed a leak. Couldn't figure out where it was coming from. So 50 quid or 54 quid or something. So comfortable. So I just thought I'd buy another one. Not the smallest thing. I mean, that's the pack up size, but you can see the size of the bag I'm bringing with me. 100 litres. So I'd rather go for the comfort. It's got like baffled sides on it, so it's good for side sleeping and back sleeping, front sleeping. However sleeping you want to do. So I'll pump it up. I'll show you. Got a built-in pump as well. Bit of a pain in the bum, to be honest. It'll do. That's the pump. Just push on that, but this little baffle thing you sort of have to put your finger in it and choking it out and stuff. I'll do it in the tent. So you press this, so it's sucking in now, so it's doing it better. Now it's not, so if you finger the mass, you get the inhale, see, and again, so the flap's getting stuck, and if you give it a finger, hey presto. I'm sure this wasn't how it was designed, and the last one wasn't like this, but the last one did develop a puncher, so I'd gladly sacrifice this little annoyance. I do feel a bit perverted doing this. Don't tell the missus. But needs must. See, working again now. And hey presto. Even with all this kerfuffle, because this probably taken near enough 10 minutes, I reckon now, which you have to factor into your journey. But I get such a comfortable night's sleep on it, and the sleep's so important now, especially in the winter as well, where you spend a bit more time in the tent because there's less finger release, finger release, finger release. There we go. Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah. Iechyd da. The night is closing in, but it's getting very cosy here. In this scenario with the camera on there, I feel like it's a hostage release video. We're being treated okay. The gassing us with the fire, but I think we can hang in there. Yeah, they're giving us penderin. Oh yeah, this is turned into like a different kind of video. Yeah, need to get into that more comfortable, rambling mode, to be honest with you. Maybe not like go off on a tangent and shit, but get into that comfortable rambling, because it's so hard trying to act normal when that is looking at you for some reason. Hey guys, a voice of fire, getting absolutely gassed, but that's okay. Check out my lights, all that shit. Yeah, it's difficult. I thought this would be really easy for me, and it ain't. Yeah, but with some Dutch courage we'll get there. Yeah, out for a couple of nights, so you know, let's go on some adventures. I go on some right adventures, you know, just by myself, and funny as hell. Absolutely funny, even though it's only me. Yeah, stroll back into town like a, you know, just like a fucking wilderness hero. We've not had any food yet, so we definitely need to do that. But I think first we're going to go and set the trail cam. Have I showed it? I think I have already. Am I repeating myself? Trail cam, big bag of slop. I'll show you the slop once we get to the point of trail cam. It'll probably look grim. All of it was beautifully tasty at the time, especially the stew. Absolutely, the meat falling off the bone. I think some of the bones are still in there. Absolutely beautiful. But slow roasted that chaka meat, literally falling off the bone. Right guys, we're on the move. Got my Mr. Tumnus lamp, my bag of slop, my trail cam. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, probably not. So as I said, I've got all those things, and we're on the move. Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move, moving, grooving. Now let's move on through the snow, which you end up not being able to see huge, like up to the waist bog kind of areas. So this looks like a nice little area coming up here though. So nice in the woods of a night. What are they the footprints of? Like someone on stilts. Yeah, who knows? Right, move on. Are they sheep? Yeah, it's more than likely sheep. And who's that? Yeah, this looks like a sheep trail. You know, and if the sheep use it, then maybe other things use it. So maybe this is a good area. Maybe that's where I put the trail cam. Right. I think decision made. So nice out here. I mean, in one way, in the UK, we're lucky. There's not like a fucking huge bear just gonna like attack me, or like a mountain lion, or even like a wild boar or anything. No one. So it's cool. Totally safe. Don't have to keep going like that. None of that shit. What was that? You know, maybe the worst thing is like a spatchcock or like a nettle sting or something like that. But really cool. But anyway, let's set up the trail cam on this tree. Back into this area. It looks like it's a bit of a game trail. It's only sheep that seem to be using it, like lost sheep in the woods. But we'll see what we can get. You know, it'd be cool. You know, there's a sort of a bit of an opening here. Owl, like a big snowy owl or something like that. It'd be absolutely cool because there's loads of meat in this bag of slop that I've got. Popcorn as well. And loads of mash. So if you like mash, then we are quids in. Anyway, set the trail cam. Right, this is the bag. Oh, there's a little bag inside as well. Yeah, I forgot I double bagged it. It's gonna look like a grim pile of slop, but all of it like really tasty at the time. What a feast. What an absolute feast. And there's still some, a little bit still in there. But like, the most of it like a sourdough loaf. And this is all like congealed meat and bones. I mean, there's a bone there. I mean, it actually smells delicious. It's probably better than what I'm about to eat in a minute when I go back. A bit of bread as well. A right little feast for any kinds of animals. Yeah, beautiful. So, trail cam over there. I'll point you over there. I'll check that it's like picking all this area up, and we're going to leave it here for like about 2 days maybe. Have an adventure tomorrow. Who knows what's going to happen tomorrow. Certainly going to be like a fire, whiskey, and yeah, just Mr. Tumnus, and we're just going to see, you know, what's the crack. Yeah, we tracked him all the way back to camp. He was walking in zigzags for some reason. Maybe something to do with the Pandaren. This is probably how Gandalf walks around the woods of a night, to be honest. And here we are. Back at camp. One big muddy boot. One trail cam set. Home sweet home. For tonight anyway. Isn't she a bloody beauty? Right guys, I think one for the road. I've done a fairly good stint on the old Pandaren. 3/4. It is only a 70 cl bottle only. Pretty good going. Definitely feeling the effects. All missions accomplished tonight. Camp set up. Trail cam set. So we'll leave that for a couple of days, see how it goes. Whiskey, most definitely drunk. Bit of food cooked. Beautiful evening. About 8:30 now. Not cold at all, if I'm being honest. But ready for bed. I bid you a farewell. See you in the morning.
Join me in part 2 as I embark on a quest to replenish the whiskey. Spend the night in another woodland shelter. And eventually make it to the hidden cabin.